Well, hello there, Aries. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Aries Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. First of all, happy birthday. I'm so excited for you and for your season ahead. I think we're all embracing your Aries energy. So, today we're going to take a look at what the next 3 months has in store for you. We'll start first with the overall energy, but then we'll take a look at each of April, May, and June so that you can see what is on the horizon for you. And I will also be having your solar year reading up here very quickly. Okay, so I'll have that up. Please look forward to that. All right, let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries and discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Woo, wow. Okay, now there's a really strong message here where I feel like you're really and truly recognizing the truth of who you are, of what your heart desires, of changes perhaps that you need to make in your life, right? To better align yourself with a new we're definitely in a new chapter, but it's kind of like a new future self that you can envision. You may not have, it may not be crystal clear, but it's like you understand that your heart is desiring to go a little bit in a different way. It can even be a little bit of allowing yourself to go back to something that maybe you thought you may want to do, like say you wanted to write a book or travel the world or something, like you had some kind of experience, okay, that or accomplishment, a goal, a dream that you had for some time, but you may have put it to the side, right? It wasn't the right time. Other things were needing your attention. But this is the energy of understanding there's something. I feel like, my Aries moon, my Aries moon is just kind of like this deep understanding that there's something that you want to give a try, right? And it isn't the perfect time, right? Or whatever for it, but it's kind of like you're at a little bit of a crossroads where it's kind of like you understand with all of the energies that we have right now, we kind of have a clean slate. And what you're saying is, you know what? If I was ever going to give this dream, okay, a chance, now's the time. And I feel like you may have some people around you that aren't totally on board because maybe it's going to take time away from a relationship you have with somebody. Or maybe you're even saying to your boss, I need a month off to go work on this dream or to travel or whatever it is, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to say, no, this is a really good time. It's kind of like you see this opening and it's kind of like, this is a good time. This is what I really want to go after. And it may mean for some of you a huge change in your life, moving to a new place, starting a new career, going back to school, right? Whatever it is, it's kind of like understanding I have this opportunity and I want to go for it. That's the energy I'm getting here. And with the armadillo spirit, it says set healthy boundaries. I think it's about allowing yourself to set healthy boundaries, especially with your time, your energy, your resources, and putting them towards what it is that your heart truly desires. That means you may be having to say no to some people, right? It's also about not over explaining yourself. It's like, don't even waste your time and energy trying to convince somebody this is the direction you want to go in, right? It's about being peaceful. This is for April, right? It's kind of like, I'm at peace with this. You've gone within. You understand. This is the direction. Look, higher power. Your intuition is guiding you. You may not know, you could be even like wanting to start a new business or something where you may have to invest your own resources, right? Not just time and energy, that's one thing, but maybe you're even having to invest resources to go back to school or to move or to travel or whatever. And there could be people in your life that are saying, what are you doing? But you're understanding. Yeah, I feel like, look, you have a new beginning. You're good with it inside. And that's why it's not about debating with other people about this. It's kind of like just knowing, just saying, this is the direction I'm going in. I'd love your support, but if you can't support me, I'm still doing it. It's almost that energy. Yeah, because you have the Five of Pentacles here. You're understanding that if you don't allow yourself to go in this new direction, right, that you're going to be sad about it. You're going to have regrets. There is that energy here of understanding, if I don't allow myself to go for this, then it's an energy of, I know I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So interesting, because I was actually saying that to my son the other day. I have something that I would like to do, right? And he was almost like, are you sure? He was almost like trying to talk me out of it. And I said, one of the things is, I feel like if I don't go for this when I'm, on my deathbed, hopefully many years from now, I think I would regret it. I think that's the energy that I'm getting here. It's a little bit of, I don't want to have regrets. Yeah, I do feel like there are people that are making you feel guilty. They're making you feel guilty about going in this new direction or trying something or going after what your heart truly desires, because it's going to affect them and their life. And so there's a little bit of an energy. Yeah, you have the Ace of Wands. You're inspired. It's just kind of like, no, this is the direction I need to go in. It's kind of like these two people here, right? It could be your friends, your family, your coworkers, your boss, your social group. And it's kind of like, they're like, we're going this way. And you're like, no, wait a minute. I want to go look over here. I think there's some things over here I want to experience. And they're like, but we're going in this direction. If you don't come with us, we need you to carry to carry all of this stuff, right? You're younger and you have more muscles. We need you to help us. And you're just kind of like, no, that's all right. I'm good on my own, and I'm going this direction. There's something over here that I want to go and experience. Yes. And so it's kind of like allowing yourself to say, yeah, look, you're the King of Wands, definitely, right? You're allowing yourself to use your intuition, because you know if you go in this other direction, you don't know exactly how you're going to get there. You don't know how the opportunities are going to open up for you, but they are. And that is it. You are tuning into your intuition. You have it twice. You're tuning into your intuition. This could be somebody saying, but you don't know it's going to work out. You're risking a lot. And you're kind of like, I think you're at that point where you're kind of saying, I'm willing to risk it because this is something I want to try, right? New business, going in a new direction for love, for career, for adventure, whatever it is. Right? And you're kind of like, if I stay here, I'm only going to regret it. There is this strong energy of recognizing if you stay where you are, you're only going to regret it. And I think you're at that point where it's kind of like, I don't care if I go in this new direction, if I go my own way, whatever this is, it's kind of like, and it doesn't work out, I'm okay with that because I want to try it. But I also think that you also know down deep inside, it is going to work out for you. And that's why I think Spirit's saying, don't waste time debating with these people, right? Explaining to them, going in circles, round and round, trying to explain to them why you're going in this direction. Just kind of like, know it. Know who you are. Know, it says, you stand in the light of truth. The truth of who you are and the truth of the direction you want to go in. Because I think in May, it's kind of like, I feel once again, they're playing heartstrings. They're trying to hold you back. I feel like you're just sitting here going, how many times do I have to explain this, right? How many times do I have to try to get you on board with this? And it's allowing yourself to say, you know what? I have to be patient with them. I have to be patient with the universe. I have to allow myself to go all in. I feel like the sooner you can allow yourself to go all in, Aries, the better off you are. Yeah, it's where am I putting my time and energy? Am I putting my time and energy in expanding my world and going in new directions to experiencing things that I haven't yet experienced? Or am I going to sit here, right, and put time and energy into things that I just do not feel connected to anymore? It's no argument or anything. It's just kind of like, I just don't want to be here anymore. That's the energy. I don't want to be here. I don't know maybe exactly where I'm going, but I'm taking that first step. I'm allowing myself to move towards what it is that I want. I'm going to be patient about it, but I'm also allowing myself to take those first steps. I'm allowing myself to put time and energy into moving in a new direction, knowing it is the direction I want to go in and not fearing it. Right? That would be a key. Let me pull another card for you. I think it's a key is not fearing the future, but embracing the excitement of a new future. Yeah. The people around you that are trying to hold you back, and I feel like they're doing this out of, I'm going to say, a love and concern for you, but there's also a love and concern for if you go in this other direction, how is that going to affect their life, right? They're insecure about something. You're willing to try something new, but that makes them feel like, well, I'm just stuck here, or, well, I'm not good enough for you, right? I mean, it's bringing up their insecurities. Really and truly, it's kind of like, I think that you have compassion for whoever this is, but it's also about recognizing I can't put a lot of time and energy into appeasing you, making you feel better about yourself and your decisions in your life. Instead, what I have to do is put my time and energy in the direction that I want to go. Yes. Whenever we make changes in our life that do kind of play out in the lives of those that are around us, right? This could be a boss that's kind of like, well, you're in the middle of this project and how can you leave? And you could say, hey, I'm patient enough. I'll finish that project and then I'm moving on, right? It's kind of like, I don't feel like you're exiting stage left. You're leaving somebody high and dry. But at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, I'll finish that project for you, but I'm not taking on any new projects. I want to put all my time and energy into finishing up this so that I can move on to something new, right? If it's a relationship, right? It could be, but I need your help with a whatever it is. And it's kind of like, okay, I'll help you to find someone that can help you with that, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm not staying here, but I'm going to be patient. I'm going to close up this chapter in a good way. I'm not leaving you high and dry. And yet at the same time, I am allowing myself to put time and energy in the direction that I'm going in. So I think that April is clarity about needing to move forward. May is kind of like allowing yourself to transition. I would think of that from something old to something new and understanding that you're kind of doing that. I love the energy. You're kind of saying, I am thinking about the other people that this decision is going to affect, but I also am saying, no, I am moving on. That could be a little bit trying for you, okay? But it brings you to a beautiful energy as you move into June. And I think that's what Spirit wants you to know here, is it's not about cutting and exiting quickly. It is about allowing yourself to close out this chapter, to be compassionate for the people that you are leaving behind, but also knowing, yes, this is a new direction I'm going in. and allowing yourself to perhaps juggle for a little while, juggle an old job and a new job, juggle an old relationship and the hope for a new relationship, whatever it is. It's kind of like, okay, I'm willing to juggle for a little bit because I know that on the other side of this, there's this beautiful new energy. I feel like you're kind of juggling between the 5D and the 3D, a little bit of that too. So let's clarify. Let's see what we have here. Yes, I feel like you are going to be successful. You are going to successfully allow yourself to leave. But it is that energy of closing it out, of seeing the opportunities for yourself, but you're also seeing how you are interconnected to some other people or situations here, and how you leaving is going to affect that. This could really be a big career change if it kind of has that energy of allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm I had a dentist once that I loved, and he behind the scenes was selling the practice, but didn't even let his employees know, didn't let any of his, patients know. And I literally, got an email, and I had a cleaning the next week. I got an email on a Friday and I had a cleaning like the next Tuesday. And he just sent an email to everybody, exiting left, stage left, right? He just, and the whole thing did not go well. Some of the employees quit. They they were upset. They were like, well, you just sold your practice. You didn't even introduce this new person. It was just, and for the patients. And I changed, I was kind of staying with him because he was a distance from my new house. I moved, but I was like, well, I go twice a year. It'll work out. I can drive that distance. But then when he left, I was like, okay, it's time to find a new dentist, in my new location. I feel like that is what you understand, especially if you're like selling a business or something like that, that you may have to go through a little bit of a transition period, and being patient with that and being patient with the emotions of other people, but also at the same time, staying true to yourself, allowing yourself to have, I want to say deadlines in place, a little bit of that. I am leaving, pick a date, and that, everybody can agree to maybe, but it's kind of like, okay, but this is the date I am leaving. Yeah, instinct. Allow yourself to listen to your intuition. Listen to your instincts in this situation. Don't allow other people to manipulate you emotionally, especially as you are allowing yourself to move forward in a new direction. For some of you, I don't know why. This could be that, perhaps you got divorced, or you're your soulmate may have transitioned or something a while ago, and you're kind of like allowing yourself to get back into love, finding a new romantic partner. And it's part of it is that your children, right, are kind of like, or your other family members are kind of like, but where does that leave us, or that type of thing. But allowing yourself to be patient with them as you move forward on your own path. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Aries, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Yes, what if it isn't true? I feel like this is a really good card for this one. The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Now, I am going to say, Aries, I think there is a part of you that is, maybe perhaps being manipulated by other people in your life, or your sense of guilt, right? The guilt card was coming out, your sense of guilt, right? But allowing yourself to say, what happens if that's not true, right? Allowing yourself to say, the truth is, what is the truth? The truth is you do want to go in a different direction, and allowing yourself to do that in a compassionate way for everyone involved, but mostly allowing yourself to move forward, keeping your eye on the prize. What is it that you are desiring to go towards? And allowing yourself to put time and energy into that, as well as closing out, I should say, this old chapter. All right, Aries, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.